The average person is said to spend 15 minutes in the bathroom. Why not take advantage of that time and learn something new? Presenting the 15-minute podcast on weird facts, crazy details, and funny particulars that you'll be able to enjoy while you're taking a on your free time. Welcome to The Shit with Sam Butler. Welcome to another episode of The Shit Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. I have a very special guest, a good friend of mine, a co-writer on the show that we used to do here called El Late Night con Badilla, also a stand-up comedian, a local stand-up comedian, and friend, Nico. How are you doing, bro? Nico Carmona.
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you.
You're doing good. Thanks for being on the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a minute, dude.
It's been more than a minute. Know, it's been a whole pandemic.
It's been a whole pandemic, but I'm glad you're finally getting your vaccine.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we're able to do more stuff together. There's been some open mics. We've been able to kind of hang out and talk, and that's been great to have it. It's like the band's back together.
Yeah,
again,
we had a great talk yesterday, you know.
Yeah, it was fun. So I'm glad that we're here, and I just shot an episode with you in Spanish about soccer.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah, you mean football.
Let's say football.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Americans, we hate saying football.
The name of it.
Yeah,
the real name.
We're thinking NFL, National Football League.
Yeah.
Right, but we're talking about football, soccer, and this particular episode, I thought since we did the soccer one in Spanish, I want to get a little bit more concentrated and keep it kind of in the same. I want to keep it kind of in the same genre. And dude, you're like a super encyclopedia when it comes to football. So,
well, I know a few things.
You know a few things.
Yeah.
A lot more than I do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a big soccer guy, but I think that you're a good soccer guy. Yeah. And I wanted to talk about one guy I do know, and I think if you know anything about anything,
even if you don't,
you know about this guy, this soccer player, and everybody thinks Messi. Yeah, that's the new guy. But this is the guy.
Yeah, the guy.
The guy.
That's
right. Actually, one of the articles I found said the man, the myth, the legend.
The legend.
Yeah, you know. I'm like, Chuck Norris? No, we're talking about Pele.
Pele, the King Pele.
The King Pele.
Yeah.
Actually, that was his nickname, Pele.
Yeah. His real name was something else. I remember.
Yeah, his real name was Edson.
Edson Do Nascimento.
Yeah.
Something in Portuguese.
Let me see. His name is Edson Arantes Do Nascimento. Yeah. And
I have a name.
What's that?
I have a name.
Yeah. Now, do you know that Edson, he was named after Thomas Edison?
Yeah. Brazilians do that a lot. They mistake like English names.
Uh-huh.
Like there's another football player named Maicon because of Michael Douglas.
Oh, okay.
His parents intended to name him after
Michael
Douglas, and he ended up being
Maicon.
Maicon, yeah.
Yeah. I know that there's a lot of Kevins. There's a lot of Brians.
Yeah.
Right. Like
I don't know.
I mean, not in South America.
Oh yeah.
Like that are born there, like they like the name and then they adopt it, right?
Yeah.
So Edson, the guy's name is pretty cool.
Edison. They intended Edison.
And it's Edson Arantes Do Nascimento.
Okay.
Now, he was a football player. He was a soccer player. His dad was a soccer player.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, and his dad was actually a pretty good soccer player.
Oh, well.
And you know, his dad was I think he was like a semi-pro soccer player there in Brazil and stuff, and didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah, he was a semi-pro. He probably
they grew up pretty poor.
Okay,
you know, and I think the dad also had a job. I mean, it was one of those things where it was like the dad was known as a football player, and Pele would play football on the street with his friends.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, their team was called the Shoeless Ones.
The Shoeless Ones, yeah.
They didn't have shoes.
Okay.
They played barefoot in the street, and
that's hardcore.
It's hardcore. And excuse me, they would make their soccer ball out of paper.
Okay.
Because they didn't, they would stuff it into a sock.
Okay.
And then they would.
That would make more sense for soccer.
For soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
Yeah. That's actually. Hey, what do they call it? Soccer. Yeah, we use the sock and paper. A soccer ball.
Soccer.
Yeah.
Sock and paper. Sock paper.
Sock paper. Yeah. It's actually pretty clever. Yeah. I think that might. Hey.
We need to travel back in time and sell them that idea.
Yeah, we do, because we know that that's not where it came from, but that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
So they would take the sock, stuff it with paper, make their ball, and they'd play with the ball in the street. And of course, the Pele always looked up to his dad. I actually saw like a bio
Of him.
Yeah, like a biopic.
Yeah.
Right. The dad would make him kick mangoes. You know, like, yeah, they had a lot of mangoes in Brazil, so that was one of the things he'd do. He'd kick the mango.
That's like a very Karate Kid.
I know. It's like wax on, wax off.
Yeah. Kick mangoes.
Kick the mangoes, son. Feel the mangoes, son.
Now every kid is going to start to kick mangoes to get mangoes. As good as Pelé.
Pelé. Yeah. But, Brazil lost the World Cup final to Uruguay in 1950.
Yeah, el Maracanazo.
Yeah. And Pelé saw his dad crying.
Because he lost.
Oh,
that's got to be heartbreaking.
Yeah, and he saw him crying with his tears, and that's one of the facts that I found. He had tears rolling down. His dad was actually literally crying.
Yeah, he had no son anymore.
No, well, Pelé wasn't playing that.
Oh, he wasn't yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But
he had no team, no national team.
Well, Brazil.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, and he said, he tells his dad, one day I will win it.
Oh, he made a promise.
He made a promise to his father one day he would win the World Cup, and
he won. He kept it. Yeah,
he won 3.
Yeah,
you know, he's the only, and that's one of the weird facts is that he's the only guy in history to win 3 World Cups.
Yeah,
that a World Cup's every 4 years, right?
Yeah,
so that's a 12-year span.
Yeah, he started playing very young, like
15.
He was the first World Cup he played. I think he was 15, 16 in Sweden. I think. Mm-hmm. And he was a teenager, and he won. Yeah,
he won. He there was a lot of from what I saw in that biopic, there was a lot of racism in Brazil, and these were the poor kids that didn't have any shoes.
Yeah, the shoes.
And the other kids, they had uniforms and
the preppy kids.
And the preppy kids. And so they eventually wanted to play with the preppy kids.
Yeah, and beat their asses.
And well, they didn't because they had to use shoes
that
that weren't theirs, that didn't fit.
Oh, okay.
Until finally they got tired of it and they just played barefoot, and then they kicked everybody's asses. You know?
Yeah, that
was the picture, the bio picture. I don't know how true that is, but it's
true for me.
Yeah, it was a very interesting movie. But we do know that they did call themselves the Shoeless Ones.
Okay, that's a fact.
And he got signed. He got signed for Los Santos at 15.
Yeah,
you know, and he played for them. Let me see. He won 3 World Cups, and he's a national treasure.
Yeah,
yeah. Like,
they respect him a lot.
No, but literally, he got appointed a national treasure in an effort to keep other countries from taking him to play.
For their national teams or for their professional teams?
I'm not sure.
Okay, both probably.
Both pro, yeah. But I'm assuming the national team. So they made it because he ended up playing in New York.
Yeah, for the Cosmos.
Yeah, for the Cosmos. So he played for the New York Cosmos. So maybe the national team.
Yeah.
But that was one of the weird facts that I found, that they named him a national treasure as a way to keep him from leaving the country.
That sounds like kidnapping.
Yeah, that sounds like you're a national treasure.
You can leave the country.
Now, do you know how he got his nickname?
No, I don't.
There was a mispronunciation of a Brazilian goalkeeper named Pele.
Pele.
And they would call him Pele. Right? And so all of the classmates started to call him Pelé to make fun of him because he was trying to be Pele.
Okay, he was trying to be a star?
Yeah, like he wanted to be Pele, and they called him Pele.
Oh, like
and
they were mocking him.
They were mocking him. It became a joke.
Kids can be rude.
Yeah, but he got the last laugh.
Yeah, he did.
He won 3 World Cups.
He's still laughing.
He's still laughing,
yeah.
Right? 19th of November is Pelé Day.
In Brazil or the whole world?
In Brazil.
Cool.
You know why the 19th of November is Pelé
don't.
Day? That's when he scored his 1,000th goal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, November 19th, 1969.
People argue about that record. Like, they say some of those goals were like in trainings or...
Really?
Yeah, like not in official competitions. There's like a whole thing going on with, I think it was Cristiano Ronaldo, because he broke the record or I don't know, something.
He tied the record.
Yeah, he tied the record probably.
Or broke it.
Yeah, I don't know. And Edson, well, Pele said that he still had the record. People were arguing about it. Like,
now, Pelé and Maradona didn't like each other.
no, they didn't. Bro, they had a big beef.
They had a big beef.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that I read, and I didn't write it down, but I thought it was pretty interesting that they had a big beef. And the big beef was that he thought Maradona was a bad example for the youth.
Well, I think that's the excuse. I think for me it was an ego thing because they're both
Greats.
trying to be the best player of the sport, and they've come from both come from countries that are like really into soccer, Argentina and Brazil, and they were competing for being gods of football. Yeah. I think that but yeah, the official story, it's
who's better.
I don't know. I only seen videos of them playing. Like, I've never seen whole matches. Pelé seems more magical. Well, both are magical. Like, they are like really good, insanely good. They make people look stupid. They make them look like, I don't know, like cones, like those training cones. Yeah. They were really good in their days.
And they were able. I know that Pelé was famous for like throwing himself and then kicking the ball, right? What do you call Pelé?
But what did he do?
Where they throw themselves on the ground and they kick the ball in the air while.
Oh, okay, like a bicycle kick.
Yeah, is that what it's called? I don't know.
Or chilena. Yeah.
Chilena.
He was.
That was his signature move, right?
I don't know, but I mean, he was like very acrobatic and he could do that, definitely. But
And
also Maradona could do that.
He would do that too.
Yeah.
And he was also known for how many goals he scored with his head.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many did he score?
Well, his record was 4 in one game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's a lot of goals.
Yeah, the only person that beat him
Yeah.
was his dad. His dad scored 5 in one game.
Oh.
So that was also his thing, is scoring. That's one of the weird facts that I found about Pelé.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a very. There was also a movie. What was that movie? Escape to Victory. I know I have the victory, but I remember that movie very vaguely when I was a kid. The Escape to Victory, but it was the Rocky. It was the Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
They're all soccer players, and Pelé is in that.
In that
Pelé is
movie?
in that movie.
Oh, he was also a movie star.
He was also a movie star. And whose thumb did he break? Sylvester Stallone's thumb. I was gonna say it, but I didn't know if that was like. But he broke Sylvester Stallone's thumb with a kick.
He was a badass.
He's a badass, So that's pretty.
Well, he's a badass. He's still alive.
He's still alive. A couple of things that I thought that were like super, super interesting, and I think this is what like the shit.
That shit.
The shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it?
In 1967, there was a 48-hour ceasefire in Nigeria,
Okay.
so that the federal and rebel troops could watch Pelé play on a visit to the war-torn nation.
Wow.
So imagine
He stopped the war for.
Imagine stop being like, people want to see you and they're like, okay, we're gonna call it quits for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Let's go watch this game.
This is more important.
This is more important
than we have going
than
on.
what we're killing each other
Yeah.
for, right?
Wow.
Like, yeah, that was
That
in,
big he was.
19
Well, he is like. He's still
Yeah,
a big
but
thing.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Stop war.
Stop the war. Wow. It is a shit.
It is the shit, right? That was like because I know there's like a million facts about this guy.
Yeah.
But that
one
just got me like,
I mean,
whoa.
diplomats try to stop wars and they fail.
Matter of fact, they said that he did more for human goodwill than any ambassador.
Yeah, probably. Like,
Just because of his, and I think that was the distinction between Pelé and Maradona, is that Pelé actually tried to live up to an image that was positive for kids, even if in his private life it wasn't such.
Yeah.
But we all have
what the public saw, it was like
it was good for kids.
Yeah. Maradona, not so much.
Now, and this goes with the shit. That ceasefire was like, whoa, that blew me away. But also,
There's more.
We meant, but there's more. But wait, there's more. Infomercial.
Yeah.
But he was signed by Santos when he was 15. Yeah. Santos is the team in Brazil.
Yeah.
Right. We talked about that. He scored 4 goals on his league debut in a match against FC Corinthians on September 7th, 1956.
Okay.
Scored 4 goals on his debut.
And his debut being 15.
15.
Wow. That's...
That was where he started his career.
Yeah.
Right? Now, October 1st, 1977, he played his last game
Okay.
as a footballer. And Santos was actually playing New York Cosmos.
And he played both sides. Did he?
He did.
Oh, shit.
He played with New York the first half, and then he played with Santos the second half.
That's very poetic. Like,
That's like awesome.
that's
right?
very
Like-
symbolic, like full circle.
full circle. Like I thought that was like tier type of.
Yeah, it got me.
right?
I got a little chills, you know. Like that's.
I'm like shocked you guessed it, but he played his first team,
and his last team.
And his last team.
Wow, that's pretty. That's beautiful. I'm gonna cry.
You're gonna cry.
Yeah.
So that's the shit. That's this
the
episode
shit.
of the shit. We're talking about Pele. Pele is an amazing human being.
Allegedly, no, just kidding.
Allegedly,
I don't know.
from what we could see, you know. But if you guys please leave your comments. If you know more stuff that's
If you
interesting.
know him.
If you know him, if you want him to come on the show, no, I'm just kidding. There's not, you know, but he would just like look at me like you're an ignorant fool when it comes to soccer.
No way. I mean,
like-
you are, but I wasn't
am,
like that.
But he wouldn't be that way.
No.
Not publicly, anyways.
Yeah.
But you guys can leave your comments, like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Please, also our Facebook page, Los Cagadienses. Throw them out there. If you got memes, bring them. That's cool. With that being said, thank you for joining me. How can people find you on your social media platforms?
Well, they should look me like Nicolas Carmona. It's
Nicolas
the easiest
Carmona.
way for everyone.
Yeah. Also, there'll be like a little on the screen. There'll be like your little
like a
login.
tag or something.
Yeah, a little tag. So look him up there because we tried it in the last episode. I was like, "What, bro? Like,
Yeah,
really?"
it's weird.
Yeah, it's almost like a password to your bank account or something.
Yeah, and I have that tattooed. on my-
Yeah, that's tattoo.
Yeah.
And with that being said, you can find me as Tu Amigo Sam on all my social media platforms, as well as the YouTube channel, and of course on platforms for podcasts, you know, Spotify and so on. We are Sta Cagado Podcast. And of course, this is The Shit, which is the English version of the podcast. With that being said, thank you guys for joining us. That's it for this episode of The Shit.